the Health Assessment Sub-Max Ramp Test. This is a brilliant test for the deconditioned individual, the new to exercising individual, or generally good for general population individuals as well. So in essence, it's a great all-round aerobic fitness test. It's a progressive test that every minute the target wattage will increase until we get to a certain endpoint, which I'll come on to very shortly. Let's get into the test and then I'll explain to you afterwards how to interpret the data. Again, Kat has volunteered to do this test for us. So let's set it up. We go into tests. Then we go into our health assessment sub-max test down here. Now again, we have to go with age, weight, etc. So we set that up accordingly. And then the bike is going to do its thing in the sense of we're going to have a starting wattage. Now the bike has chosen that starting wattage for Kat here based upon her age, sex and also her fitness level, and it's also decided it's going to be a 15 watt ramp increase every minute. That will continue all the way through. Now we've set that up, we can start the workout. I've set the resistance to level 1 on here for Kat. So Kat, in a moment we're going to start pedaling. This will feel nice and easy. So you have a target wattage. Now what I would suggest when doing the health assessment test is to actually use the bars. So if I just click bars, now we have a visual representation of where she needs to be. You can see here she's in the green, orange zone, and orange I'm okay with, green's ideal, red though, if I'm coaching Kat here, then I'm going to be asking her to be in that green zone as best she can. This will be nice and simple. It's almost like a warm-up. And this is another great reason as to why this is a good test for most people. Because we can build the warm-up into the actual test itself, if you like. So the first few minutes will be easy. Now, I mentioned earlier that this test stops at a certain point. It is a sub-max test. Therefore, that means by definition, we are not going to max. Therefore, we will be stopping this test when Kat gets to a 7 out of 10 on the RPE scale. That means every minute or so, I'm going to be checking in with Kat to see where she's at. Now, for the first few minutes, especially as Kat is pretty fit, I'm not going to worry too much about checking in. However, when I can see that it's starting to get a bit harder, I might be more regular in how often I check in. When she gets to 7 out of 10, we will stop the test. It's as simple as that. What you'll also see on the screen is you do have your time. We've got 1 minute 50 in total time, and she has 5 seconds of this interval left. Also, just to be aware that you do have to finish 6 levels or 6 ramps of this test to actually capture any data as well. So this test is a minimum of 6 minutes long. If that person is unable to get to level 6 whilst or without getting to a level 7 on the RPE scale, then that test maybe isn't the right test for the person. Now, based upon where you chose to start the resistance level, this might change in the test itself. You want to keep the RPMs around 90. If you're finding that the rider has exceeded that 90 RPM level, then you might well want to take that resistance up. So Kat now is actually working higher than 90 RPMs, so I'm going to take that resistance up to level 3. This will bring the cadence back down to 90, which is going to allow Kat to work more effectively on the bike. Kat, what's your RPE?
Probably a 6.
6 out of 10 now, okay. Yeah. So remember, we're going to be stopping this test when we get to 7 out of 10. And if you're coaching someone through this, I would suggest just asking that question and not suggesting how many levels they might have left or anything like that. Because if you do that, people will often stop where they expect you to stop the test. So just manage expectations very easily in terms of, we're stopping at a 7, where are you at? So just staying in the green there, Kat. There we go, lovely. 0, 10?
7.
7. Okay, let's finish this minute section off. 15 more seconds then, Kat. And then we'll stop the test. So Kat's just hit that 7 out of 10 on the RPE scale. So now we're going to pause the test, end the workouts. And if your rider, client, member still on the bike, you might just want to let them easy pedal in a moment when we've got the data.